This is the RF grinder. As you saw, this has a tracking wheel on it, so you can track the belt where you want it on the platen, line it right along the platen. If you, depending on the plunge line you want to grind on a knife or whatever, you can run it proud of the platen, get that soft plunge line, or you want to right along the platen, get that real sharp plunge line. So it's adjustable, so you can track it exactly where you want to on the platen. This is a grinder I designed specifically as either entry-level, accessible grinder that has all the same features, or just about all the same features, as a larger, much more expensive 2x72 grinder. Those that are getting into knife making or axe making or metal work, these are even good for woodworking. If you're just starting, a 2x72 grinder, the price point can be kind of daunting for somebody just starting in a business. You already have a 2x72, but you want a second grinder so you can have it set up in a different configuration if you're doing multiple processes, and then you don't have to change stuff out. What makes this an accessible grinder? Well, I designed this to be powered off of a bench grinder. So you may already have a bench grinder to work with it, or bench grinders aren't really that expensive, and there's a dual purpose because you have this and then you also have your bench grinding wheel you can still use on the grinder. It's also compact, and you can even take it with you. So you need a grinder that's 1 horsepower or greater. I specifically designed it to work with the Harbor Freight Hercules grinder, and so that's what powers it. But you can get a different grinder to power it as well. The body of the grinder I cut out on my CNC plasma table, all out of 1/4-inch steel, so it's very sturdy. It's rigid. I specifically want to design it with parts and pieces that are easily accessible if you want to reconfigure something. The tube steel, standard 1.5 by 1.5 square tubing, 1/8-inch wall. All the bolts and nuts and washers are just standard stuff I buy at Tractor Supply. All the bolts are either 1/2 inch or 3/8 on here of different lengths. The platen is 2-inch wide by 1/4-inch thick steel, and then it has an 1/8 inch 2x2 piece of angle iron. And you can loosen these bolts and nuts and push the platen back, and then you can have a slack belt. These are precision ground aluminum wheels that I order off of Amazon. So currently the accessories for this machine, right now, if you order just the standard package, it's going to come with basically what you see here, minus the belt. These belts are standard 2x48 belts, available from many suppliers. You can order them online. They're not special made belts. But as far as other accessories, currently what I'm making is this adjustable tool rest. And then also, this is obviously from my 2x72 big long arm, but I'm also going to be offering a 6-inch wheel, so you can have a wheel to grind on, which is extremely useful if you're contouring stuff, or I use it to sharpen my axes after I forge axes and grind the bevels on my axes and stuff like that. So that'll also be available. So another thing that I've designed this to be, because I want to be as economical to ship, and I can ship this anywhere in the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii, for $20. So that really helps out on shipping costs versus other popular grinder companies. When I looked at shipping costs on one of their grinders, it was $300 for shipping. So that's a huge benefit to this smaller design. Currently, you can find these amazing grinders on my website, refinersforge.com. You can order them there. You can also find them on my Etsy page, refinersforge.etsy.com.